Alright guys, it's been a little bit since I've done a video in Pittsburgh, but I wanted to come back. This is not for 2025, even though it's filmed in 2025, but I'm going to start my 2026 adventures, and we're starting with the Carnegie History Museum. Now, I was here in 2023, but the camera I had was not as good as what I had now, so it's a lot better. But I brought two cameras with me, so we will be getting a lot. But this is, I forget. Oh yeah, this is a memorial for all the service. All those in service. So yeah, I'm gonna start doing 2026 videos, but yeah, this is gonna be the start this year. Where I'm gonna start. I'll just label it 2026. Because I'm not even doing any previews on it this year. It's gonna exclusively come out next year. But I am filming it on December 7th, 2025. So, see you in a bit. So over here is the Carnegie Library of Pittsburgh. And over here, Quality of Mercy is not stranded job. I don't even know how to read that. I don't know how well it's showing up. In memoriam, Christopher Lynn Mage. I don't think I've ever showed this before. But if I have time, we'll go back to the baseball thing, but that right ahead is the Cathedral of Learning. However, you're not really allowed in with a camera in there, so yeah. In any case, I want to go next to the dinosaur. And up ahead is the infamous dinosaur. That's at the History Museum. As you can see, the penguin's scarf. It's huge. Now, like I said, I did do this back in 2023. However, I always like returning to places, and that is the Cathedral of Learning. And that's the cabin. But yeah, let's go inside and we'll see you then. Alright, so I'm inside. This is like kind of the natural art museum. Just a little bit past the history part. But not much. But this is like Roman history. But they have like a nice Christmas thing here. And I'll show you guys in a second. I don't know, do you think that you can still do Christmas videos in January, or does it get tiring? So I didn't like know where to start. I waited until I got in to start, but I don't know. I wanted to start here at least. I think Augustus Caesar, I believe. I hope I could talk louder than the music. Because lately we've been having trouble with copyright strikes. Alright guys, so I did a video earlier on the Christmas trees that was like right next to me. And their own history. I'm gonna put that out this year, but I'm also gonna put it out next year and include it in this video. There's like a miniature dining room. These are all miniatures. How you doing? Oh, look at this. That's a big piece. Down here is something that you come across when you get in the art center. So we'll go back to this later and you'll see. So now we are in the dinosaur section, or geological. How do they rock tell time? And these are different time zones. Oh wow. The Radiocarbon Laboratory at University of Pittsburgh. These are all fossils. Oh, this is cool. They have a little info about the different types of fossils. And in here, it has like globes of Earth. The formation of a fossil. It says, try your hand at geological dating. Granite is indigenous with oranges Magma solidified, but noted is the best way to date such a rock. These are fossils they found. The giant sea scorpion trackway. Oh, interesting. Mysteries of our mobile Earth. Now I know coal is popular in West Virginia and Pennsylvania. These are the forces that move rocks and build mountains. Over here is a giant mountain. Oh, okay, so it's like out here. Interesting. I kind of like walking through this because I've been here before, but where has all water gone? So this used to be a lot more cold and it was all water. And this right here, this is what Pennsylvania looked like back in the day. Alright, so we enter the stratosphere market.
Well, folks, we're looking at some rocks made out of things called stromatolites. Now, they were colonies of algae, akin to that slimy stuff you find inside your goldfish bowl, you know, this
I can't remember if it would ever close.
This is the fossilized remains of lots of algae that formed the reef under the huge ocean that covered most of the North American continent 500 million years ago. Stromatolites are one of the first forms of life on this planet. And they were neat because they took in carbon dioxide and they gave off oxygen, which allowed oxygen-breathing creatures to evolve and eventually you and me to come along. Oh, and speaking of coming along, we better get along to our last stop. Just let me... There we go. We're heading for the bottom of the stratovator shaft. When we get there, we'll be 3 miles below the museum, and the rocks will be 1 billion years old. Boy, I don't know about you, but I have a hard time imagining anything that old. I mean, that's real old. Yeah, in fact, there's some of the oldest known older rocks and changing them into newer, different kinds of rocks. Listen, when we reach the metamorphic level, it's going to be 350 degrees out here. So if you don't mind, we'll just take a quick look around and shoot right back up to the museum. Okay? Here we go. This is going to be a quick... Look fast. I'm starting to melt. I know this may not look too exciting, but it's a major part of the Earth's crust. It marks the bottom of the sedimentary rock. Now, of course, the bottom of the continental plate is still nearly 22 miles below us, and the center of the Earth is 3,940 miles below that. But this is as far as we go.